Good morning, everybody. So this is my review on uh, Ender Series beds that I've used in the past. I'm starting out with my Ender 3. This is the stock Ender 3 bed. It is hideous. Um, Number one thing that I don't like about it is I ended up getting to the point where had to use glue sticks on every print. I don't like the clips to anchor it down. I know there's better stuff out there, and yeah. So I can't show you on this video because uh, my bed plate is mounted solid on my Ender 3, so I can't show you the glass bed that I'm using, but I can say the after I started printing with my Ender 3, the glass bed was probably one of my uh, better upgrades for it. Um, I used tempered glass with uh, the black build surface area. And my first one, I was tired one night and I failed to put the clips on and started to print. Well, as you can well guess, the glass ended up all over the floor. Next bed I printed with, I started using ABS with it. I believe the build surface, I might have just gotten a bad plate, but my build surface temperature was at about 65 Celsius, if I remember right. And my print that I printed off was a large surface area, actually covered most of the surface area. And it, uh, when I went to peel the print off, it took a chunk of the glass with it. And so now I have a print. Actually, it was a successful print, but it has a chunk of glass on the bottom. Uh, yeah, there's a chunk of glass on the bottom of the print. So then I started investing in the Ender 5s. Well, the Ender 5 comes with a uh, magnetic sheet. I like this one. It's fair. I like how flexible it is. Makes prints to come off of it really easily. Um, One of the big issues that I had with it, though, was really disappointing. I accidentally left there was some residue left underneath on the underside of it, and I didn't notice, and I started to print, and it did this. If you look right there, you can see a nice little divot. I didn't see that when I started to print, and it causes issues on this side of the bed. So I can't print in this area on this particular piece. Um, I've had similar issues where it starts to fail sticking. Yeah, it starts to stop sticking on the build surface, and you have to start using glue. Um, yeah, but yeah, I decided that there was other stuff, and I started asking around what other people were using, and somebody recommended this one. This is my first PEI sheet. It's it's really good for PLA. I have no qualms with it using PLA, but as you can see, I have not used just PLA on this bed. As you can see right here, I started using PETG and ABS on this bed, and it was not pretty. Um, the higher temperatures of this particular bed caused the print surface to separate from the metal sheet. Um, it's like I said, it's really great for PLA, but it's not the best in my opinion. Um, Next, I started investing in my Ender 5 Pluses and found a magnetic PEI sheet, And this one is okay. I like it. But as you can see, I did some damage to it right here. The nozzle came in and dug into the sheet and tried printing with it. It was not pretty. I am actually in the midst of prototyping a uh, nozzle probe, and that's what caused this. My first time using it, it just dug into the sheet, and I lost what, 65 bucks worth of printing. Um, yeah. So recap: I got my glass beds from Amazon. I got this from Amazon. This one I got from AliExpress because, from what I could find at the time, there were none available for the under 5 plus bed sizes. This is actually the wrong size I got. 20 millimeters too small. So this one is actually the wrong size. But anyway, I decided that I liked this one and that I would give it another shot, and I did. Only I found a different manufacturer, and in my opinion, it's actually a better bed, which is this guy. This guy is a textured bed, PEI sheet. Comes with a magnet on the back, just like the 5 Plus one that I just showed you. As you can see, I do have some mileage on it, but I like this bed. It is a great bed. Um, it can use PLA, ABS, and PETG. Um, it is flexible, not not overly flexible, but flexible enough that you can actually get the print off. And as you can see, I do have residue left on it. That's not bad. Um, that was left over from uh, printing supports. Um, yeah, I can't say enough good about this bed. Um, it's by far the most durable. Well, I don't know about the most durable, but compared to the glass bed, if you drop this thing on the floor, guess what? It's not gonna break. Um, I like that one better than this one, but I have to say, for my finer prints, this one takes the cake. As you can see, I printed with PETG on this. That's what that residue is. And I like it for my small, more defined prints. I like to print minifigures. And this one actually holds up very, very well. Um, I use a 0.2 millimeter nozzle with this bed, and it works very well. I tried using with this one, but the 0.2 millimeter nozzle on this bed does not work as well. Um, it has first layer adhesion issues. You, if you do end up getting a bed like this for 0.2 millimeter nozzles, I would dare say up your flow to about 130%. It's a very generous amount that have that be your first layer, because this one is textured. The filament does go down into the textured valleys of the bed, and it'll have better adhesion that way. But if you got the money and you want to print minifigures, invest in this guy. It is by far better than this guy when it comes to printing minifigures. But I will say, as far as printing like armor or your bigger things that are more than 3 inches tall, that are more than 1 inch wide, by all means, get this one when you're printing that small stuff. But when you're printing bigger stuff, this one takes the cake. This one's better. This one is my favorite. I can't say enough good about these two. These two beds are probably the best ones on the market, in my opinion. Um, uh, but yeah, so I have gone out. I've approached the manufacturer. That's what you get when you print or buy the smooth finish uh, bed. This one is the uh, textured finish. They both come with magnets. I'm looking at investing in the there's these magnets are rated for what 90 degrees I want to say before you start having issues with them wearing out and sticking. Um, they do make them at 135 degrees. If there's a demand for it, I'll get it. But the 135 is better for ABS and PETG. I actually don't get that hot with my PETG prints, so I haven't worried about getting the magnet, uh, the higher magnet. And then this is the one that the I have decided for my Ender 5 pluses will work the best. I will provide links for these beds, these three beds, the smooth, the textured, and the textured for the Ender 5 Plus. Um, I have to say these are my favorite. I'm also looking at getting manufacture here in the States. Um, it's actually kind of funny. The steel plant that I'm looking at getting it from is just up the road. But yeah, this hands down, this is my favorite bed. But if you're printing mini figurines or smaller prints with the fine nozzle, this one is better. Um, anyway, yeah, that's my review on all the beds that I've used. I highly, highly, highly recommend this one. I do recommend this one for your final or your finer nozzles. And the with the Ender 5 Plus, I recommend getting the uh, textured surface on that one. So yeah, that's my review. Uh, like, share, do whatever YouTube people do with videos like this. Um, yeah, I'll provide links for these three beds. I only ship stateside, but I'm hoping if this turns out the way that I think it'll turn out, I'll try and get uh, my shipping to set up in Europe and Australia. So yeah, happy printing, fellas.